You are now the gullible gumshoe, the most competent detective in all of Durst. Your non-existent competition is no match for your incredible skills. Not that it should ever be a competition. This isn't a game for kids. This is serious business. Sadly, most days at the office have been spent doing jack shit lately. Not much crime has been happening on Durst, which is good, you think, but you can't help but feel incredibly bored. At least you're still bringing in the dough with this now borderline fictitious job. What will you do? Check the safe, just in case it's not a fake one. You check the safe, and it is indeed a real safe. Why would there even be a non-functioning safe in your office? The idea strikes you as ridiculous. Examine spiky flail thing. This is the weapon provided for your sleuthing if things ever get a little too heated, which they never do. Still, you would have preferred something more sleuthish, like a gun. It seems like whoever provided your sleuthing attire and flail have no sense of taste for what detectives are all about. Is there anything more badass than a hard-boiled detective? The mysterious personalities, the glamorous attires. You start to swoon just thinking about it again. This is what you signed up for, none of that weird punkish cat girl secret agent look. Sniff the flail. You take a whiff of the flail, and this thing reeks of metal, either because it's been used numerous times and the weapon is now forever tainted with the stench of blood, or because it's literally a big metal ball. No one will ever know. Pick up the flail. You pick up the flail. This thing is quite heavy and may be more dangerous to yourself than whoever you'll be trying to hit with it. Might as well keep it close though. You equip the flail to your weapon slot. Gaze outside the window. You look outside the office window to check if anything has changed outside. Nope, everything is still the same. You got a pretty nice view of Durst's moon, where the hero's tower stands tall. This is where the fabled Hero of Void rests, or so you heard. No one is really sure if there's actually anyone in there. A lot of things are uncertain on this planet. There's an ongoing war out there, the people of Durst are as divided as ever, you can feel something's wrong, and yet you're just wandering aimlessly in your office. There's gotta be something for a gumshoe like you to do. Dial a number on the phone. You dial a random number on the phone. As you expected, nothing happens. Oh, the things boredom can make you do. Order a pizza. I eat when I'm bored. Oh, that's a good idea. But upon further inspection, you realize your phone isn't plugged into anything. No wonder this thing never worked. Wait a minute, could this be why you never received any sleuthing job calls? Destroy phone. Why would you do that? This seems like quite the fiery reaction to learning your phone has never worked and might be solely responsible for your incredible boredom. You do feel some anger, but you just gotta find a way to make it work again. Someone suddenly barges into your office, flipping the fuck out, thus making you jump out of fear and drop the phone on the ground. It breaks into pieces immediately. The courtyard droll alerts you that the queen is missing. He cannot do his job of entertaining her. Finally, something actually interesting to do. Jump up and down for an uncomfortable length of time. You would be jumping with joy from finally getting a new mystery to solve if this wasn't so serious. The poor droll finds himself out of a job with no queen to serve. Where could she have gone? Did someone kidnap the queen? It's not like she hasn't made a couple enemies within her own kingdom with the new outfit law. Admire the beauty of the courtyard droll. You see that the courtyard droll is rocking the attire mandated by the queen. Seriously, why does everyone have to wear these ridiculous outfits? Make sure you have your wallet or detective ID before you run off anywhere. The wallet will come in handy to store small items without cluttering your inventory. It's almost full though. You put your wallet in your inventory. Place telephone shards in unique inventory system for use in future shenanigans. You never know. These might come in handy if someone is in dire need of a broken telephone. Go outside the room. You exit your office. You find yourself in the hallway. The world is now your oyster. The possibilities are infinite. It's overwhelming. The droll follows you outside. Put droll in your inventory for safekeeping. The droll gazes at you with disappointment and slight concern. He might be small, but he's not small enough to fit in your inventory. Ask droll for any leads on where to look. You ask the droll about any lead on where the queen could be. He tells you he has no idea, that the queen is usually always around the throne room. You ask if he found any clues around the throne room. He tells you he didn't find anything. It's like she vanished. The droll also warns you about the rumors of the Hero of Void sneaking around the kingdom. The Hero of Void is awake, and now the queen is missing. This cannot be a coincidence. You need to find this person. You strike an epic but serious pose. The droll takes you to the perfect place to go when you need to find someone, Jack Noir's office. You're a little nervous at the idea of disturbing Jack Noir. He's kind of a grumpy guy, and also very violent. You really don't want to get on his bad side, but the droll urges you to enter. Remember the last time you spoke to Jack Noir? Well, you never spoke to Jack Noir yourself. You've only seen him wander around talking under his breath. You don't have the guts to talk to him, and if you had, he'd probably stab them. The guts. Last time you saw him was a while ago. He was being dragged out by regulators while wearing quite the handsome outfit. Probably why he was being arrested by the literal fashion police. Inspect the note. You grab the note that's been stabbed onto the door. It's a message from Jack warning about his absence. Guess you'll have to find another way. How convenient. Don't disturb the archagent, just peek at him, grab a glimpse. See? No one's in there. No need for you to enter. Inside his office, you can see Jack's 3/4 cubicle of vigilance. 3 fenestrated walls used to survey the Durst kingdom. On his desk is unrecognizable paperwork. His coat hanger is wearing a Dursite attire in terrible condition. A strange purple liquid seems to have stained the floor. Kick down the door. Absolutely not. There's no need for that kind of behavior here. If Jack Noir catches you doing that, he will be absolutely furious. You'd be a dead Dursite, that's for sure. Courtyard droll. The gumshoe is hesitating. Fling open the door. Seems like the gumshoe is settled on standing around and being nervous. You really don't understand what her problem is. It's literally just a door. You fling open the door and enter. The gumshoe freaks out. You are now inside Jack Noir's office. The gumshoe follows behind anxiously. Gumshoe. Hug the droll for comfort. Your gumshoe etiquette meter has reached such a low level from entering Jack Noir's office, you no longer care about acting like a hard-boiled detective. Thankfully, the comfort gained from hugging the droll is refilling your gumshoe etiquette meter. Droll. Waste approximately 17 hours filling out parking forms. You're currently too busy being hugged to take care of paperwork. You totally would have done it if you weren't being held against your will right now. Tough luck, you guess. Gumshoe. Get the fancy purple clothes. After refilling some of your gumshoe etiquette meter, you decide to check on the fancy purple clothes hung next to the desk. Fancy isn't really the correct word for these clothes. A more fitting term would be totally torn to shreds. You can only assume this is, or was, Jack Noir's Dursite attire. It would be kinda funny to see him dressed up with a cap and skirt though. Stuff Jack Noir's clothes in your inventory when no one's looking for future evidence.
Free clothes.
You put Jack Noir's Dursite attire in your inventory. These might come in handy, you guess. Hopefully that hypothetical someone in dire need of a broken telephone also needs some ripped out clothes. Turn on fenestrated walls. You turn on one of the fenestrated walls. It's unclear, but is that Jack Noir? Where is he? Who's that person next to him? Could it be the hero of Void? Droll. Scavenge the drawers for clues. Now that the gumshoe is distracted, you decide to look inside the drawers. You got a queen to find, for God's sake. This drawer contains a lot of regiswords and mysterious papers. Obtain mysterious papers. You take a closer look at the mysterious papers. These appear to just be papers mentioning the Black Queen, Black King, White Queen, and White King. They mean nothing out of context, but next to these regiswords, knowing Jack Noir yourself, this might be a hit list. This maniac better not have hurt the Queen or he's going to get a taste of your wrath. Wait a minute, one of these papers feels strangely crusty and off. This paper appears to have letters written on it, alongside numbers. You guess this is math, maybe? You're so glad no math was included in your Courtyard Droll apprenticeship because you personally hate it, but now you find yourself in a pickle trying to understand this equation. Take the regiswords. You grab the regiswords. You suddenly feel power flowing through your veins as your grip tightens around them. These swords look sharp as razor blades. No one's gonna mess with you now. If only you had a third arm to hold them all. Juggle regiswords. Now we're talking. You no longer hold the danger, you are the danger. This will come in handy to prevent any unsolicited embraces in the future. Gumshoe. Rapidly and chaotically turn the wall knobs. You turn the wall knobs rapidly and chaotically. This is changing the view of the fenestrated wall. Some of the results appear to show nothing though. You have no idea what these places are, but it's clearly not Durst. Droll. Ask Gumshoe if she knows anything about the math you found. You show to the gumshoe the math problem you found. She tells you that it's not a math problem, it's coordinates, silly. Gumshoe. Apply the math to the wall knobs. You just said that it's not math and that it's... never mind. You carefully set the X knob to -31 and the Y knob to -32. You didn't even realize you could set the knobs beyond 30. The view seems to have switched to Durst. And what is this place? You've never seen it before. Everyone is wearing such stunning yet prohibited outfits. This is sure to make the regulators furious. You need to get to the bottom of this. You find yourself quite interested in finding where this is. The droll tugs at your outfit. Let's not get sidetracked here. What about finding Jack Noir and the Black Queen first? Get down to brass tacks. Time to do some serious sleuthing. Well, if Jack Noir's got the coordinates to this place hidden in his drawers, then he must be involved. There's gotta be more clues about what Jack Noir is up to, and possibly where the Black Queen is inside this secret location. He does seem to hate the Queen after all. It's time to get your feet to work and hunt down where this snazzy looking place is. No secret shall hide before the Gumshoe. You strike another epic but serious pose. The droll stands beside you, unchanged.